What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Road to Glory, episode number 4, where today is the day that we start our EVOs. This is Evolution Everton. After all, we are here to EVO Everton players. You can see on the screen, we've got ourselves a almost past and present Everton team because there's a few English players chucked in extra, like Ollie Watkins. Just because we're going to be doing EVOs, we may as well be doing them and also doing some of our objectives to unlock like Bobby Moore, Bobby Charlton, etc, etc, etc. We're going to come on to all that. We're going to kick them off. I'm going to show you who the first players we are going to be EVOing. However, before we do that, you guys have been absolutely loving the Road to Glory. I've been playing a lot of this game and you guys have been enjoying the fact that I've actually been enjoying it. Some enjoyception. I was having a bit of a stinker yesterday, I'm going to be honest with you, but I think it was just my brain being a bit mush, being a bit slow, being a bit tired, a bit of brain fog, whatever you want to call it, because I dropped a 10-hour sleep last night. Come on today, and we are cooking. So, before we go in through our EVOs and stuff like that, I want to show you guys the content. I want to show you guys some stuff that I found out. Obviously, the game isn't even out yet, so I want to run you guys through it, because as I've been going through some EVO possibilities on EasySBC and looking at their lovely little line graph thing that follows along all the different chains, it kept telling me an EVO that I couldn't find. So just so you guys don't make the same mistake as me, one of the EVOs is called Intro to Rewards, and it gives some really nice boosts. And in order to get it, you have to complete this, according to my Twitch chat, Venturing Out. But in order to complete Venturing Out, you have to have completed New Beginnings. So that's one of the things we're going to do. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch me play 3 squad battle matches. We will cut that out the video. But that is something I'm going to do in this episode. There will be a jump cut in order to unlock that EVO. And the other thing is, if you pre-ordered the game, I think you have to have the Ultimate Edition. You actually got the Season Pass for free. There's a bit of confusion why some people are like, oh my god, I've got the Season Pass. See, I've got the premium one. I haven't bought it with FC points. Obviously, I will do that in future because there seems to be some decent stuff in it. I guess that probably explains why some of it is a bit, like there's loads of Karemos and pro clubs and stuff like that in it. And I guess because people who've bought the game to play pro clubs will also get the Season Pass for free and get all this upgrade stuff, which I'm not really asked about personally. However, one thing I am asked about is this. There's a pinged pass EVO, which is going to be very nice, and that's going to go on one of our players that we're going to EVO. Striker Advance Forward Plus, that is very good, although there is actually also a club member EVO that gives all of the Striker Plus stuff, so we can do 2 strikers and pick 2 of them. So I think I'm going to put the other one, for a bit of a spoiler, on TNO Barry, just to get him all the plus rolls. We'll have to decide who gets this one. And as we carry on going through, there is other EVOs. And it did make me start to question the stuff that I'm doing. But then I realised, like, this is when you can see how much I'm scrolling along. There's a goalkeeper boost coming up in a while in 18,750. I spotted this one, Shadow Striker Plus Plus, but it's like 20k XP away. That's like 3 weeks, maybe 4. And I was like, let's not change what we're doing now. Because of this, I'm sure there's going to be loads of other EVOs in the next 3 weeks. Let's not get too silly and start trying to plan ridiculous change, but this is really good. I'm looking forward to getting a cam with Shadow Striker Plus Plus, but I'm not going to let that affect what I do in this video and who I start the EVOs on. We will talk about that when we come onto it. So, Premium Pass is looking pretty good. EVOs and stuff are in there. If you want that Intro to Rewards on, you need to make sure you do the Foundations objectives, which I know if we're not new to the game, we don't always do them because it's kind of like repeating the same thing over and over again. Like when you first want to do an SBC and you've got to do the 4 bronze SBCs. Bit annoying. But speaking of SBCs, that is one other thing I wanted to show you. We've got a couple of new players, which because I'm only running one account, we will have these on the Road to Glory and we'll have these on the main account, and I don't have to remember to do them on both accounts, etc, etc. Flashback Dzeko, more of a Squad Builder Showdown player. Pepe and Berachiche Showdowns. I mean, they both look fine, you know. They're 82 rated. They can get a roll plus if they win or draw. And if they win, they also get a +1. It's quite nice. I hope they do more of this. I'm all for having like lower rated cards, get showdowns. Do one every week, you know. I don't mind. It'll make me keep an eye on who's going to win out of these. Sure, I like it. So there. One of the other ones is Reece James. I've already done Reece James, and Reece James is very, very good. I would 100% recommend picking up Reece James for your teams if you guys have got a spare little bit of fodder. He's a kind of expensive for the start of the game, but he's also a really good card. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Someone I'd recommend much more than Reece James. Ladies and gentlemen, please curtsy, bow your heads, say your Royal Highness, whatever the frickin' hell you're meant to do to someone who's born into royalty who doesn't really deserve it. Someone who does deserve it. The Queen has returned. Claudia Pina is back. Check this out. Yesterday, I was trying to get myself into Div 6 and getting absolutely bodied because I wasn't playing very good. Today, we failed our rank up game yesterday, which means we got dropped back a couple. We need to win this game in order to go into our rank up game. And this guy's team's pretty freaking good. And actually, this guy was pretty good as well, to be fair. He was very, very good at holding the ball. Really good at using the L2 dribbling. I need to start doing that. Nice bit of football. Into Cole Palmer. Bang. Finesse shot. It's 1-0. And I'm thinking, oh, crap. Here we go again today. It's been 3 in-game minutes of me coming on this game. Have no fear. Totti and Claudia Pina are here. Oberdorf. I'll show you guys the team properly in a sec. Round the corner to Salma. Into Claudia Pina. Low driven plus, baby. Queen Claudia is back. That is an easy finish. Honestly, low driven plus is so freaking good. And Claudia Pina is so freaking good because of it. Watch. Here she goes again. Madueke. Just chilling with the ball. Waiting for the run. We trigger the run for Claudia. We send her over the top. Lovely first touch. Out to her feet. 5-star weak foot. Low driven plus. Thank you very much. It's 2-1 to Andy. Another playstyle that is actually really good, and you don't even need the plus of it to be good, and you don't need the plus of low driven either, to be honest with you. It just makes it much better. Is finesse. Madueke's got normal finesse. Good finish. Well done, Madueke. Appreciate that, my friend. Now, one thing I am an absolute sucker for on this game is conceding a kickoff goal. I'm going to be honest with you. It's something I really need to work on. I just need to work on my defending anyway. Swanson, Sophia Wilson, Trinity Rodman, they've all been cooking me. They're in this guy's team, but so is Cole Palmer, and he's bagged that straight away and made it 3-2 immediately. But luckily for me, the Queen is back. Georgia Stanway, ping pass around the corner, quick little pass into Claudia Pina's feet, lovely bit of dribbling to keep hold of the ball. We send her on a run, Stanway into Madueke, Madueke to Totti, Totti round the corner. You don't think you can score from that angle? You can, because you've got Claudia Pina and she's got low driven plus. Just hit it. I do have precision shooting on, just to remind you guys, so it does make your shooting better. So if they're not going in for you, maybe it's worth learning precision. Another thing I would say to you guys that it seems to be back and good and actually useful this year, chip through balls. Watch this. Absolute ping from Salma Parahuelo. Madueke takes it down. I mean, poor goalkeeper work from this guy. We skin his goalie and then we just finesse it in the back of the goal. But that's 2 goals we scored by doing a chip through ball. They were completely useless last year. But Andy, I'm still not convinced by Claudia Pina. Okay, there you go. There's another goal. She's unbelievable. As I said, the Queen is back. We went on to win that game. I'm not going to show you all the goals. There's crap loads of goals. You get cricket scorelines in Ultimate Team at the moment. And that meant that we needed to win our next game in order to get promoted to Div 6, the scary ranks when you're on the pre-order. And I tell you what's scarier than a rank up game. Our rank up game against this. Heroes, Vidic, Lamine Yamal first owner, Rodman, Wilson. What is that team? Oh no, the Lamine Yamal he bought. My bad. But even still, ridiculous squad. At the Hill Dickinson for our rank up game. Can the Queen do it again? The answer is of course you can. Great ball by Totti with his incisive pass, and another low driven finish for the Queen herself. I'll show you guys this team as soon as we've gone through these highlights. Something I'm actually noticing, I've got quite good at scoring from corners. Okay, that is jammy as hell actually. Yeah, fair enough. Maybe I haven't. Maybe that's just sheer dumb luck as Oberdorf bangs on into the back of the net. Oh wait, maybe I have. Maybe I have. Queen Claudia kind of taking the piss. Reece James round the corner to Totti. Totti's got 5-star weak foot. Thank you very much. Told you normal finesse is pretty freaking good. And despite being terrified of this guy's team, Totti bags another one. It's 4-0 after 35 minutes. I'm not going to bore you guys with the entirety of this game of me just absolutely hammering this guy who spent far too much money on FC points. We're going to fast forward to the end where Totti was our man of the match this time. We ended up winning 9-4 because we just carried on scoring crap loads of goals and we're messing about. And defending is hard. Like, this guy's got a good team. He scored a few goals. And what that meant is our win in our promotion match took us up to the lofty heights of Div 6, which I'm very pleased with, considering I could barely win a game yesterday. So that is very, very nice. Let's jump out and I'll show you guys this team. Here it is. This is what I've been running around with. I bought myself a Tim Howard for a Squabbler Showdown, and I bought him for like 75k, and he's chilling at about 100. So I thought, sound, I'll just keep hold of him. He's past and present Everton. Why not? Stick him in the team. And I mean, he's currently the only past and present Everton player in this team. Just because I've been experimenting, trying different stuff out, trying a new formation, as you guys can see. Tried 4-2-3-1 the second. I wanted to test Totti out, which meant I had to drop Ella Toon, who we do love. And I wanted to test Queen Claudia, which turned out to be a very, very good decision because the lady is absolutely broken on this game. She's so freaking good. Totti as well is class. I wanted to play Totti Cam because he's got Playmaker ++. He's got some nice play styles for passing, long ball, incisive, the Pass and Trevella one, he's just really, really good. So I like him. And do you know what? I'm actually saying Totti's finesses are good. He doesn't have finesse. Oh my God. One sec. Let me check his upgraded card. You can't see what playstyles he's going to get when he gets upgraded. He's going to get Technical Plus. He's going to be so busted, especially if they give them finesse normal. Madueke, I'm not that mental. Madueke does have finesse. He doesn't! I'm mental. He has low driven. Wait, what is going on? You can't just bang finesses. It's Jack Grealish who has finesse, isn't it? I've lost my marbles. Oh my God. If that's how good Totti and Madueke's are with precision, imagine how good Claudia Pina's are. Does Salmon... Oh my God, Salmon's got it too. Right, I'm a nutter. And I'm just banging them in anyway. So I need to learn more about my team. But yeah, I've been trying out different formations, trying out different players. Managed to get an inform Inigo Martinez into the team, which is quite nice. Obviously, Totti doesn't look like an icon, but he gives icon chem, which is pretty good. So then I just chucked a Saudi League manager, and then we've got loads of Spanish, and there's full chem for Inigo Martinez, which is quite nice. That's the squad we've been using. However, that's not the squad we started this video on, because we've got Evo team, and we are going to do our Evos whilst doing our objectives to unlock new Evos by playing squad battles, and the silver cards by playing squad battles with a full English team, and we're going to sub on a Portuguese player and a Brazilian player to score a goal, because that's how you work towards Garrincha and Eusebio. And we've got 3 silvers in to try and keep a clean sheet, because that's how you work towards Yashin. So, we're optimizing. We're doing loads and loads of stuff at once. But before we start doing all of that, what we actually need to do is start our Evos. Now, there's quite a lot of them that are out, and some of them have very obvious players to go into them, and some of them are a bit of a decision to be made. I think this one, as I said, is probably just Tierno Barry. It gives plus in all of the forward things, and that's about it. Doesn't really upgrade the overalls or anything like that. It's just plus, plus, plus. Thank you very much. So I think my Everton striker that I'm going to target this year from the men's team, at least, is Tierno Barry. So I think he's going to go into that one, but we can leave that for now. This never expires. Cosmetic ones are cool, but whatever. And in training camp, I need to do these on the web app, don't I? Because it's like a Pokemon egg thing. You just send it away. So this one, Intro to Training Camp Evos, is actually all right. It gives Game Changer, which is the finesse shot thing. So that's quite good for somebody going up front. Maybe we'll pop that on Tierno Barry. The other ones are actually in-game. So, first of all, debut. This one has a very, very simple answer as to who we're going to put into this. There's 2 options. Pickford's too high rated. Tim Howard's too high rated. So we've got Brosnan from Everton Women's. She looks all right stats-wise. The only issue is she is 5'9". So immediately my brain goes, well, I'm never ever, no matter how much I Evo her stats, ever going to play her instead of Tim Howard or Jordan Pickford. Realistically, Tim Howard, if we want to sweat, until we Evo Pickford way, way beyond them. So that seems like redundant. That seems a little bit pointless. So my brain said, why don't we email? I just nearly said Evo. Travers. Mark Travers is 6'3". He's silver. There is a silver game mode coming out in like a month, so it'd be nice to have a slightly better silver player for it. And this Evo is kind of in the style of the new Evos that EA are, or not the new Evos, but the new approach to Evos that EA have got this year, where slow incremental upgrades, not really going past the rare gold cards. And I've seen some people on Reddit being like, oh my God, what a terrible boost. Mate, the game's not out. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Oh shit, you can't make Marcus Llorente the best right back on the game yet, like last year. Yes, the game's not out. This is a +2 to your goalie's position, and it doesn't even change their overall. That, for me, nice one. Just keep giving me more of that, and I'll just slowly upgrade my players. I'm absolutely fine with that. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you not think this is a much better approach to have? It seems like it, at least, anyway, especially, again, considering the game's not out. You can only get on the game if you paid money to pre-order it and get the early access version. So I think this is fine, and that is a very easy first choice for my first Evo of the year. Is going to be Travers. He's going straight in there, and nicely as well, he's also just going to stay like a silver card, which is pretty cool. He's not going to go green. Now, that's not the most exciting thing about today's video, because, yeah, whatever, we started Evo in a goalie. It's cool that you can actually Evo goalkeepers now as well, by the way. We shouldn't gloss over that fact. But what we actually want is someone to go in cover athlete, someone to go into intro to Evo, someone to go into rising guard, someone to go into that Evo that we're going to unlock from the rewards once we've done this stuff. And there's a few options because Everton central attack and mids, we've actually got quite a few of them. So if I pop this onto Everton, it's unfortunately not going to just show us the cams like it has done, but we can see who's eligible. Obviously not Pickford. Unfortunately not Jack Grealish. And I'm really, really, really hoping that when you're quite early into this game, get a Evo that turns a left wing into a right wing. Because Grealish is left wing default and then a left mid. And Njai is left mid default and then a left wing. So they're basically both the same thing. They can't both go in my Everton team, which is really frustrating because obviously there are two best players and they both play every single game in real life. Njai has just started playing on the right this year instead and doing really, really well at it as well. So I want to Evo both of them. I want to make one of them a right wing, please, EA. Or even make Grealish a cam. Would be quite nice. But cams that we do have, Dewsbury Hall. And a nice thing about Dewsbury Hall is he can also play centre mid and CDM, which makes him very, very good for Evos because he can fit into all of them. He's a sneaky guy. We've also got Dibbling. Dibbling is a right mid, right wing cam. He's a 74 rated silver. And he actually costs, it doesn't show you there, he just cost me like 5k with people buying silvers in anticipation of this silver tournament thing that's going to be coming out. But obviously I just want him anyway because he plays for Everton, so that's quite nice. And then someone I don't have that we could Evo is Charlie Alcaraz. I was kind of leaning a little bit towards Alcaraz because of that Shadow Striker plus because I think he would actually be a good cam. But then I thought, if we're trying to anticipate what's going to come out, there's probably at some point going to be an Evo just for silver players and maybe just for silver midfielders or wingers or cams or whatever. And Dibbling could just go in that and get himself a tasty little boost. And we can put the Shadow Striker plus in him because he can play cam. So I'm quite happy to just ignore that thing for now. And I'm going to leave Dibbling for now because he's a silver. And I'm going to target Keenan Dewsbury Hall, who's been absolutely class for Everton as well this year. And I really like him. We bought him permanently. Obviously, Grealish is on loan. Hopefully, we buy him permanently. Because Ndai, Grealish, and Dewsbury Hall have like revolutionised Everton. It's actually kind of mental. We are a good team now, which is kind of crazy, isn't it? So, the man I'm going to target is Dewsbury Hall. And I just need to make sure I get these Evos in the right order, basically. And we can kick them off and start doing some Evos. So just give me 1 sec to make sure I don't mess this up by putting them into cover athlete straight away. And we'll get cooking. So here we go. This is the combo, as you can see on EasySBC. We're going to do this normal card into Rising Guard, into Ping Pass, into Intro to Rewards. So we need to get that one. Ping Pass is out of the Season Pass, so we can put that on whenever. It doesn't really matter. Then we do Cover Athletes. Then we do Rising Guard again. Then we do Intro to Evos. And then we do Intro to Evos. So again, we can also decide whether we want to do this at the end. We could also just stop here and leave him like this for now. He's 80 rated, which is pretty cool. Or we can go all the way and get him some pace and shooting too. So options are plenty. I also just want to kind of show you guys some of the stuff on EasySBC just very, very quickly because this isn't sponsored. This is a really weird relationship where EasySBC sponsors Squadless Showdown. So I guess technically I should tell you that's sponsored, but they haven't paid me to do this. I'm just going to show you guys it because it's actually really good. This is nice for seeing the best Evos and what order to do them in and if you change them and stuff like that. It can get a little bit complicated, this thing, when there's loads and loads of them, but the best ones are always at the top anyway. However, something that's really good is you can import your club into it, and then once I've got my own Evos, it will tell me which of the Evos are here, and then to when upgrade them. You can keep track of your profit on different cards that you've packed and maybe sold and bought and all sorts of stuff like that. Really, really good. Something I really thought was absolute genius though, that I'm going to show you guys very quickly. And now some of these are premium features where you have to pay in order to get this AI stuff. I'll try and remember to put the info down in the description, but if you go on a Squadless Showdown on my main channel, it's always in there. If I go on an SBC, and I've just told you guys that I want to do Ed and Dzeko, let's say, and I say, okay, what's the best way for me to do an 84 rated squad with Ed and Dzeko? If I click on it, it's not just going to tell me the best way to do an 84 rated squad, it's going to tell me the best way to do an 84 rated squad for my club. The cheapest way to do it. And it's going to use the AI to generate a unique SBC solution just for me, which you can see, it's used 10 players that I already own, and I've got to buy one card for 2,600 coins, which is Martyr. And that is the cheapest possible way I can do this SBC. And all I have to do is just go on the game and just put them players in and jobs are good. It's actually kind of mad. It's wild. So shout out to them. Anyway, let's get back to this because we know that we need to put our Dewsbury Hall into Rising Guard to start us off. And I asked you guys, and I want to tell you guys this as well in the video, because I asked it and somebody told me in the comment section, this repeatable 2, repeatable in 1 day. means once I've finished this Evo, I have to wait a day to be able to repeat it again. Which is a bit weird, but also we've got other things that we need to do in our chain, so it doesn't matter too much. But yeah, I'm not really sure on EA's logic there. However, as I said, what we do need to do is Rising Guard 1. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a first owner Dewsbury Hall, but I'm not super bothered by that. I'd rather have a good Evo Dewsbury Hall and just get cracking on it. So let me go over to Everton. Let me go to Keane and Dewsbury Hall. And let's get started on our second Evo, which we can actually do both of them at the same time, because we can have 2 active Evo slots this year, which is crazy. So there they are. Both of them are active. We're going to go and do some squad battles. I'm not going to show you guys because you don't need to sit here and watch me play against professional squad battles. If you want to see it because you're absolutely desperate for it, I mean, you can come to the stream, but I'm just going to be chatting to the chat about different stuff whilst we half-brain play some squad battles. So what I'll do is I'll go and do some of them. We'll get our first upgrades. We'll hopefully complete that objective, and I'll show you guys where to get the next Evos from and stuff like that. And I'll come back and keep you guys updated with what's going on, to be honest with you. So I'll see you guys shortly. / in one jump cut. Okay, it's been about 40 minutes. We are back, and I just wanted to end this episode on a little bit of completeness for you. So, New Beginnings has been completed, which means we can take Bruninia and some packs, but most importantly, what that means is I have unlocked Venturing Out, which if you play 3 rush matches, you get Intro to Rewards Evos, which is very, very nice, because that is the next one that we can pop our completed Dewsbury Hall into. So let's finish this episode off by claiming our 2 upgrades. So there we go. Evo number 1 done. Travers has got +2 positioning, which is nice, and kept his rating, which is also pretty cool. And our Dewsbury Hall has gained 1 defending and also kept his rating, which is pretty freaking cool. So I like it. Rising Guard, we need to wait 23 hours before we can do it again, but we can just go play a few rush games, unlock the next one, and keep our chain going. I'm going to leave that episode there, though. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for all the love so far on the road to glory. All the nice comments. I'm reading and trying to reply to as many of them as I possibly can. I'll see you guys next time for another video.